It's the 17th of January, Saturday, approximately 7 o'clock. All right, I'm going to do a few stories about my family due to my sister's passing away and in tribute of her. She died on December 7th, 2025. Anyway, this is indirectly about my nephew, and he's asked me to do a reading on his girlfriend and his girlfriend's girlfriend. Now, at this particular time, I'm at a barbecue, and it's my sister-in-law's birthday, and I actually went there to give a reading for her birthday, and she's married to my brother. He's the one next to me, younger than me. Can't say names, and then if I say one name, then I gotta say everybody's name and all that kind of stuff, so we're gonna keep it like this. I'll describe the people to the best of my ability. My God, you know how many nieces and nephews I have. I have a lot of them. So let's work with this first one that I'm going to do. Oh, I'm going to do a few nieces and nephew stories. So this one is named after my father. He has an older brother named after his father on his father's side. He's named his father on his mother's side, and his mother's born on a special day as well. And she's named after Jesus Christ, his mother, because she's born close to that day that Jesus Christ's mother was born. So, anyway, I'm at this barbecue, and he knows how I do readings and all that kind of stuff. And he finds it pretty fascinating and amazing and funny, because I try to be funny. I try to be comical if I can. So, I meet the girlfriend. She's Asian, and he's Caucasian. And right away, I see that, the parents are not who they supposed to be, so that means probably she's adopted, but I don't know that for 100%, but it's just a different thing that I see. And then I do the reading and everything, and I'm looking for something special that he likes my nephew, because I love my nephew and I want her to like him a lot. So I search for past relationships and stuff like that to see what the difference is between her past relationships and how much she likes my nephew. And sure enough, she really likes him. I think love. And I like that. Now I want to do a reading on the girlfriend of my nephew's girlfriend's girlfriend, to find out if there's something there. And I do the reading, and they both they said I was very accurate and stuff like that. And she likes boys, and I said, that's great. That means that she's not interested in my nephew's girlfriend at all, because some girls, like girls, blah, blah, blah. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with anything. It's just I like it when a couple are together and they like each other and there's no interference with that. Now, I thought that was pretty amazing what we worked on together there. And I know that my nephew is going to be successful, because I don't have to read him to know what's going to happen in his life. I know he's going to be successful. And I told him a long time he will achieve his goals. And he used to play all kinds of sports. And I actually thought it was goals, but it's his goals in life. And right now he's pursuing a goal in the movie industry, which I think he'll be successful. Now let's jump ahead, because that was last year at around July or something like that. My sister-in-law's birthday at the barbecue, or June, or August. Forgive me. It was only 6 months ago, but my brain's a little scattered right now. But anyway, let's go to a Christmas party that I went to, and it's a family-orientated Christmas party as well. And my nephew is there, and this time his girlfriend's parents are there, and I got to meet them. And he's like, you think you could give them a reading? But I think I asked him first if he wanted me to give them a reading, because I was curious to find out if they liked my nephew dating his daughter. And now, that was true that they did. But the female of the relationship, like her mother of the Asian girl, said that she was scared of readings. And I will not read someone if they're scared. That's not a good thing. You don't do that. And I told him to take it as a form of entertainment. It's not law. It's not anything. It's just entertainment, enjoyment. But the male was all for it. He wanted it. Now, the situation where I did this reading was a little awkward, because I was sitting like here, she was sitting there, and then he was sitting over here. So we're corner adjacent. I'd never done a reading like that before. So I grabbed his hand and I started reading his palm, and I started getting messages, and all kinds of stuff was coming in, and it was pretty accurate because my readings take 15 minutes to an hour sometimes, depending on how much information is there. So if I continue to tell you every little bit that I saw, we're going to be here a very long time. But there's one situation where I saw that he was wearing an accessory of some sort, and it cost a bit of money. And then the wife is in between us, and she starts going, no, 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 stop, stop. And he's like looking at her, what? I'm not wearing no accessories and stuff. And I saw his watch, and it was really shiny, and people are not wearing watches as much anymore. And I said, that's what she's talking about, that watch is expensive, and he's been spending money on it, and it is a type of accessory to his clothing. Well, to what he's wearing or whatever. And then he got it, and he goes, wow. And he thought that was amazing. After the reading with him, she started to look at me. She says, you know what? I want one too. And I said, okay, but you're going to have to wait a minute because I just did him, and I need at least 10 to 15 minutes from the first reading to the next reading so I can get out of that person, because all this information is flowing back and forth between me and this other person. So the time went by, and we were conversing and stuff like that. And then I started the reading on her. And what I noticed about this young lady, well, she was not young, and a mature lady, that she had a lot of stars. Now, stars on your hand, if you have one, it means you're lucky. You have two, that means you're extremely lucky. You have three, like, wow. You have four, I've never seen. This girl had five. 5 stars. I'm like, what? And then when I was doing the cross reading between, from the table to the male, I saw good luck, and he only had 1 star, which is good luck. And I said, you should play something. You got $1,000 coming to you easy. And he goes, no, I don't win very much. But it wasn't him, it was her. So when I started doing the reading on her, I told her, I says, man, you should play the lottery. You should do anything you do, you will win. And she's like, no. And I'm like, I said, no, this is written in the stars. Like, this is what it is. And I continued the reading and kept going. And she said I got a lot of things right. But the children thing was odd with me because she had grandchildren too. And I'm really bad with age. And her daughter's like maybe in her 20s. So I figured, maybe she didn't have any grandchildren, or those grandchildren was her real children. So I was not getting the numbers right exactly on that. But everything of the reading was really good. And she was scared of bad news. But I don't give bad news. And I don't think this young lady's ever heard really bad news. She's had some people pass away in her life. But that's normal for a mature woman to have people they love pass away because, age and everything, we're going to pass away. But the stars that I saw, I was like, she was telling me that there's not much luck. So the husband was getting up and leaving, right? And he was trying to make a signal to me because he liked to joke around a little bit. He's like, ask her about the casino. And I think maybe she was hard to hear him because he was not that far away, and I heard him, and she was right beside me. And I said, do you go to the casino? And she goes, yeah. I go, do you win $1,000? She goes, yeah, all the time. But to her, that's not luck. Think about it. If you win all the time, then for that individual, that's normal. So she doesn't get it. Normal people do not win at the casino. It's hard. What do they say? 10% of the population of the people or whatever go to gamble. Those are the ones that win, and they usually only break even. You go to the casino, only 10% and usually break even. 1 to 2 to 3 to 5% make something. So the odds of one person being lucky all the time, for them it's normal. But for other people, it's like, wow, how do you do it? Like, what is your secret? And the guy's telling me she wins all the time. And she says, well, that's normal for me. That's not luck. Well, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't think that's luck, then I guess if you win all the time, then that's not lucky for you. So you have to have an extreme win of some sort to realize how lucky you are. So in this video, I'm going to tell that young lady, well, mature lady, that to play something that she thinks might be lucky for her, and she will win. And this is really for my nephew, for doing those readings, because he sort of asked me. He did ask me, and I said I was happy to do it, and they like him a lot, and that's really what I was looking for. And I hope their relationship flourishes and everything goes well for them. I like good relationships and people being together. But anyway, that's my story, and I'm sorry I went over 10 minutes. Bye, it's Birdy.